Hello everyone, ARG back with some more Out of the Park Baseball 22 with the Montreal Expos in 1995, trying our luck at some playoffs and maybe the World Series. Who knows? It cost nothing to dream. Alright, so last time out we did pretty good. We won 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers. I was pretty happy with that result. The Dodgers have a really good record and a really good team. However, something pretty unfortunate happened during that series. We lost beloved Kirby Puckett for 2 months. So we're going to be 2 months without our starting center fielder. Curtis Pride was recalled from the minors to play for us. So I'm kind of happy because Curtis Pride did play for the Expos in real life. Actually, he played for the Expos in 1995. I looked it up prior to coming live, so that's kind of cool. We get Curtis Pride on the same year, or one of the years he played. I think briefly in 1993, I think as well. But anyway, so yeah, we today have a 3-game series against the Giants. That's our last home series before we head west, where looks like we're going to be playing against those Western teams, but on the West Coast again. I see San Diego there lurking at the start of June there, right around the corner. So, aside from Kirby Puckett, we still have Jose Rosado that's out as well. It's only for 5 more days, so we should see him come back for the series against the Padres. So that's pretty good. Alright, we're going to go ahead and mess with this here. Alright, so for game 1, by the way, the Giants have a 23-27 record, so not all that great over there in San Francisco. The Giants are going to be sending Pedro Pena on the mound. So Pena looks like he's struggling a little bit this season. Had a pretty good season last year. He had 16 wins. Although wins is probably one of the most useless stat as a pitcher, except maybe for relief pitchers. It's a little bit different for them sometimes in certain situations. But yeah, pretty decent season last season. Struggling a little bit more this season, and we're sending our ace on the mound. Hideo Nomo is going to be pitching for us in game number 1. Let's take a look to see if the Giants have some injuries. They only have one, and it's a day-to-day injury. Tim Nearing is hurt, but he's still in the lineup over there. Oh, Pedro Pena's their ace as well. Yeah, not exactly a starting rotation that instill fear. All right. So let's play some baseball now, shall we? Alright, so I'm gonna... Oh, Charles Johnson is kinda... I usually don't let them get into the red there, so... Oh, he's 59, okay. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna see... So we didn't get to see Tim Spear play... Tim Laker, sorry. Play, so Russ Mcginnis it is. They've been swapped again. I think I might just leave it now. I'm gonna have Jeff King bat 6th. There we go. Other than that, I'm gonna keep the same lineup over here. So with the Kirby Puckett injury, Luis Polonia is now a starter in left field, and Reuben Rivera is going to be starting the bulk of the center field games. The Giants for game number 1 are going to go with Darren Lewis leading off and playing left field. Royce Clayton is playing second base and batting second. Johnny Damon is in right field and batting third. Kevin Miller is the first baseman, batting fourth. Matt Williams batting fifth is the third baseman. Tim Nearing, shortstop, playing earth, batting sixth. Jeff Jackson is playing center field and he's batting seventh. And Steve Decker, the catcher, batting 8th for this game, and of course Pedro Pena batting 9th here. Alright, so play ball and go Expos! Alright, Darren Lewis leading off against Hideo Nomo, and that's a full count for him. And that's a walk, so leadoff walk for the Giants. And that brings up Royce Clayton. 1 and 2 to him. Oh, that's going to be an infield single. Okay, that's not good. All right, so the first two batters get on base, and there's nobody out for Johnny Damon. 3 and 1 to him. And he walks. Oh, that's a rocky start for Hideo Nomo, who's been excellent so far this season. Now Kevin Miller is going to be the batter with bases loaded and nobody out. 2 and 1 to Miller. And that's going to fall fair and right. And that's going to score 2 runs. So a 2-run single by Kevin Miller. Just like that, the Giants are up 2-0 here with nobody out. And still 2 on for Matt Williams. 0-2 to him. That's it to left. Luis Polonia after it, all the way to the track. Catches it for out number 1. On the play, the runner makes it to third base. So the Giants have a runner on first and third with 1 out. Tim Nearing is the batter. 0-2 to him. Grounds it to third. And that's a double play. Alright, so we did allow 2 runs, considering that it was bases loaded with nobody out. That could have been a lot worse than that. So we're going to count our silver lining blessings, if that's a thing. We're going to count them, and we are down 2-0. Pedro Pena on the mound for the Giants. Delino the Shields leading off the bottom of the first for us. 3 and 1 to him. And he walks. Alright, so we also get a leadoff walk for the start of the game. Luis Polonia is next. 1 and 1. And that's a base hit to center. Alright. So just like the Giants did, we started with a walk and a single. So we have 2 runners on, nobody out. John Kruk is the next batter. 0-2 to him. That's a base hit to right. And a run scores. It is already 2-1 for the Giants. So, run scoring single for John Kruk. We're down 1 now. We have 2 on and nobody out. Hello, FJ. How might you be today, sir? Alright, so 2 on, nobody out. Kent Turbeck is the batter now. Full count. Runners ran on that, so the only play was at first base. So there's 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out now. Reuben Rivera is the batter. Base it could score 2 here. 1 and 1. And I think that's, is it a base hit or? Yeah, it's an infield single, and we tied the game. All right, Reuben Rivera with the single. It's tied at 2 with runners on first and third and 1 out. I'm pretty good. So Monday is a holiday here in the States, so I have a 3-day weekend. I requested to work from home today because the Sens played in Calgary last night, so the game ended late. So I was already home all day. I just had to turn on my software and start streaming. That's pretty cool. Alright, Jeff King is next. 1-2 to him. Oh, he struck out. That's not good. Alright, so with 2 outs now, Russ Mcginnis is next, 1-1. And that's a base hit to center. That's going to score a run. And all of a sudden, we are up 3-2. So what have you been up to? Walt Weiss now with 2 outs, 2 runners on, 0-1 to him. And that's a base hit to left. And the runner goes towards home. And he's safe. It's 4-2 for the Expos. Oh, I love it. Alright, Idionomo now with 2 outs, 2 and 2 runners on, 0-1. Grounds it to third, and he's out at second. The runner is out at second base, not Idionomo. And it is now 4-2. That's the end of the inning. So the Expos had a good inning of their own on the board, and we are not now up 4-2 going into inning number 2. You've been up to very little? Well, that doesn't sound too exciting. Well, apparently you've been drafting studs in your universe, like that player that you showed me was pretty good. Alright, Jeff Jackson leading off inning number 2 for the Giants. Full count to him. And he walks. Is that going to be another tough inning for Idionomo here? I hope not. Alright, Steve Decker now with a runner on first, nobody out, 1-2. And that's cut. Wow, okay, so Reuben Rivera cut that for the first out, and somehow Jackson made it to second base on the play. An international signing. Wasn't he 18 though? Pedro Pena is now the batter with 1 out, runner in scoring position. Full count to him. Grounds it to second. And he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Runner makes it to third base on the play. Darren Lewis is next. 0-2 to him. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. Alright. 16 years old. Yeah, that's true. Some of those international signings are really young. I remember from my own fictional league. Delino the so we batted around in inning number 1. So Delino the Shields leads off the bottom of the second as well. 1-1 to him. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Oh my god. Imagine being in the majors at 17 years old. Alright, 1 out. Luis Polonia is next. 1-0 to him. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. All in the same game. That's pretty good. Was that his first game? Alright, John Kruk with 2 outs now, 1-0. Grounds it to second. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. The Expos go scoreless in inning number 2. Wow, that's a pretty cool first game. Right, Royce Clayton leading off the top of the third, 2-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Yeah, that's starting your career with a bang. Didn't Miguel Cabrera did that? No, no, his first game he had a walk-off home run, I think, or something like that. Or was it a home run on his first at-bat? I don't remember. It's one of the two. Johnny Damon with 1 out. Full count to him. That's a base hit to center. Reuben Rivera cannot get it in time. So, runner on first with 1 out. Kevin Miller is now the batter. 2-2 to him. That's it to center. Rivera after it catches it for out number 2. And Damon has to go back to first base on the play. 2 outs, runner on first. Matt Williams is next. Full count to him. And he struck out looking. Oh yeah. Alright, Kent Herbeck leading off the bottom of the third. We are still up 4-2 here in Montreal. 1-2 to Herbeck. Strikeout swinging. Reuben Rivera is next. Full count. And he walks. Alright, so we have a 1-out walk here. Jeff King follows 2-2 to him. And he struck out looking. That's 2 strikeouts for him this game. And now with 2 outs, Russ Mcginnis is the batter, 1-0. That's it to left, and that falls in. Alright, so we have 2 runners on and 2 outs now. And Walt Weiss is the batter, full count. And he struck out looking, dang. Well, I don't know about the mullet itself, but John Kruk does have a few home runs. He has 4 this season. 2 of them were in the same game, as I recall it. Tim Nearing is now leading off the top of the 4th. Hideo Nomo still on the mound, of course, 1-1. That's fly to left. Polonia's there. Catches it for out number 1. Jeff Jackson is next. Yeah, John Kruk was never a power hitter much. I think his biggest season in real life was like, what, 17 home runs, I think? 21. Alright, Jeff Jackson with 1 out, 2-0 to him. Oh, that's popped. The shield's underneath it, and he catches it for out number 2. Alright, that brings up Steve Decker with 2 outs, 2-2 to him. That's fly to center. Reuben Rivera goes after it. He gets it for out number 3. Alright, the Giants go down in order in inning number 4. We're going into the bottom of the 4th with a 2-run lead still, with Hideo Nomo leading off the 4th for us. 1-2. Struck out swinging. Oh man. I don't know about that. That would be almost impossible. That's way too much, man. Like, all of the minors and everything. Delino the Shields is now the next batter with 1 out. No count. Oh, that's a base hit to center. Alright, so the Shields is at first with 1 out with Luis Polonia, the next batter. No count. And, oh, they only got the Shields at second base. Yeah, but then what do I do once I have injuries and I have to recall somebody? Maybe I'll think about it if they add like a historical challenge type of thing, like there is in Franchise Hockey Manager. So if there's something that's not like too long or something like that, I might try it. Alright, John Kruk now with 2 outs, runner on first, 1-2, and he struck out swinging. That was a bad pitch to swing at. Alright, top of the 5th, we're still up 2. Pedro Pena leads off the 5th for the Giants, 1-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Darren Lewis is next, 0-1. Grounds it to short. Walt Weiss with the throw, and that's out number 2. Royce Clayton is next. Little bit of ARG trivia. The only ball that I almost caught at a ball game was a foul ball hit by Royce Clayton. Sadly, I didn't catch it, and maybe even more sadly, it was a liner and it deflected on an old lady's head before it got to me. And I turned towards where she was sitting and I saw like somebody with a mop cleaning up. Like I think there was blood or something. So I don't think the old lady died, but she probably wasn't doing too good. 0-2 to Royce Clayton, and he struck out swinging. After that wonderful piece of trivia about my life. Alright, Ken Turbeck leads off the bottom of the 5th. No, he's 6-0. Maybe your resolution makes it look like he's 0-0. And welcome back, Jerome Elliott, by the way. All right, full count. Oh, that's it really well. Oh, it hit the top of the fence. I thought that maybe it was going to be a home run. So that's a double for Ken Turbeck. Leadoff double in the 5th for Herbeck. Like it was literally 2.1 inch away from a home run. Now Reuben Rivera is next with a runner in scoring position. Nobody out. 2-2. Struck out swinging. Jeff King is next. Full count. Oh, that's going to be a base hit. Falls in front of Jackson. Alright, so a run-scoring single for Jeff King, and he makes it to second base on the plate. It is now 5-2 for the Expos. Alright, the Giants have had enough. They're bringing in Jeff Tam in relief. Russ Mcginnis now. Full count. And he walks. Yep. Jeff King does continue to play really well. Hey, I don't mind if he has his career year with us. That's fine with me. Alright, Walt Weiss, 2 runners on, 1 out, 1-1. Grounds it to short. They only get the runner at second base. That's a fielder's choice. Runners on first and third with 2 outs. However, we have Hideo Nomo at the plate. 2-0 to him. That's it to center. Jackson after it. He gets it for out number 3. The Expos add 1 run to their lead. It is now 5-2 going into the top of the 6th. Yep, he's like if you look at his record here, that's 6-0, but if you have a small screen, maybe the 6 looks like a 0, I don't know. Or I don't know, maybe if you were looking somewhere else, not sure. But yeah, Nomo is definitely 6-0. Alright, Johnny Damon leading off the top of the 6th. Nomo is already at 90 pitches, so I don't think we're going to go for the complete game today. No count to Damon. That's it to right. John Kruk barely has to move, and that's out number 1. Kevin Millar now with 1 out. No count to him. That's it. Weekly to center. That's cut by Rivera for out number 2. That brings up Matt Williams with 2 outs. No count to Williams. Oh, that's out of here. That's kind of what I remember from Matt Williams. He could catapult those balls pretty good. Alright, so it's 5-3 now. Oh, thanks. My girlfriend wants for me to throw it away because there's a couple holes in it, but I love that shirt. Version 1.0, I'm missing all of the updates. Alright, Tim Nearing with 2 outs, 1-0. And that's it, weekly to center, and that's cut there by Rivera for out number 3. Alright, the Giants claw back a little bit into this game with a subtle blast by Matt Williams. It is now 5-3 for the Expos. Jeff Tam still on the mound for the Giants. Delino De Shields here is the batter for us in the bottom of the 6th. 0-1. That's it weakly to center. Jackson is there, and he catches it for out number 1. Luis Polonia is next. 2-2. That's a base hit to center. Alright, so some wheels. Yeah, well, I work in IT, right? So, you know, when I'm wearing that shirt at work, you know, I always have funny comments about it. And you know, that was a self-depreciating humor that got in. But yeah, I'm not trying to be like anybody else. I'm too old for that to change or to try to fit or whatever. Alright, runner on first, 1 out. John Kruk, the next batter. 0-2 to him. Oh, that's it to center. I think it's gonna get cut though. And it is. That's out number 2. Runner has to retreat to first. Storm Davis is now the pitcher. Yeah, it fits my profession, so there's a guy at work that likes to tease me about it. Oh, that explains a lot. You're missing all of the updates. All right. Canterbeck now, and that's it to center. Should be cut by Jackson for out number 3, and it is. All right, so the Expos leave a runner on base. And we're going into the top of the 7th. Still up 5-3. I think Nomo is good for 1 more inning, unless things start to go down the shitter here. Jeff Jackson, top of the 7th. Full count. And he struck out looking. Steve Decker is next. Full count to him as well. Struck out swinging. Oh yeah, Nomo was more than ready for inning number 7. The Giants now have Chris Klepinski. So he came in for Tim Nearing. So there was a double switch that was done. 2-2 to him. That's it weakly to center. Rivera after it. And he catches it for out number 3. All right. The Giants go down in order. Going into the bottom of the 7th. Up 2 with Reuben Rivera facing Storm Davis. 2-2 to him. That's a base hit to right. So opposite field single for Rivera to get things started in the 7th. Jeff King is next. 1-0. Grounds it to short. Oh, that's a double play. All right. Russ Mcginnis is next. No count. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. I don't know, that sounds like a dad joke. I'm probably gonna have to reuse it. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, let's see, righty, lefty. Let's go with Steve Olin. Alright, Darren Lewis leading off the top of the 8th. I brought in Steve Olin. I know nothing about electricity, man. I have a few friends that are electricians back home, but 1-2 to Darren Lewis. Grounds it to third, and that's out number 1. Royce Clayton is next. No count to him. That's it weakly to center. Rivera charges in, and he gets it for out number 2. All right. That brings up Johnny Damon. Full count. I was a huge Johnny Damon fan when he was playing for the Red Sox. Well, huge. I was a kind of cheering for the Red Sox, like when they won that first World Series, and Johnny Damon was on that team, and of course, you know, Bill Mueller's single to center after Dave Roberts stole the base and whatnot. But anyway. Alright, Walt Weiss leading off after here in the bottom of the 8th. Full count to him. Struck out swinging. Alright, we're going to bring in a pinch hitter. Let's bring in Brett Barbery. Right, Brett Barbery comes in to pinch hit for Steve Olin. 3-1. And he walks. Delino DeShields is next with a runner on first, 1 out. 2-0. Grounds it to third. Oh, they only got the runner at second base. So there's 2 outs, runner on first. Luis Polonia now. 0-1. Oh, the Shields tried to steal, but they got the pitch out and they nailed him. All right, let's bring in. All right, Tom Gordon is a little tired. Let's bringing in. Last time out, I think he blew a save opportunity. Hopefully, he doesn't do that again. All right, so Kevin Miller, first one to face him in the top of the 9th. We're still up 2, trying to save this game. Here is Tom Gordon, 2-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Matt Williams is next. He already has a solo blast today. 2-1 to him. Grounds it to second. That's going to be an infield single. All right, so Matt Williams gets on base here after 1 out. And that brings up Marvin Bernard, who's been brought in as a pinch hitter. 1-2. Struck out swinging. All right. Runner on first. 2 outs. Jeff Jackson is next. Full count. Oh, he walks. All right. Finish the job, buddy. Steve Decker now. 2 outs, 2 on. Full count. That's it. Weekly to center. Rivera's after it. He gets it. That's the end of the game. The Expos win game number 1 against the Giants, 5-3. All right. So I didn't have to do too much crazy managing in that one. Nice little 5-3 win. Now Hideo Nomo moves to a 7-0 record. That's really good. And he didn't even pitch all that great. Well, he didn't pitch terribly, but he's definitely had better starts than this one. Right, Lee gives DeSarcina and Arner 4-game suspensions. Oh, Gary DeSarcina and Mike Arner are both suspended for 4 games. Right, we're gonna go ahead and finish today. See what happens in the world of baseball. Absolutely nothing worth mentioning. I like to come here and check to see. Okay, we didn't do anything. Gonna go ahead and save just in case I lose power. They are still doing work on my street, so hopefully I don't lose power like I did a couple days ago. Alright, game number 2, we are going to be facing Jeff Martin, and we're going to be sending Brett Tomko. Logically, that should be Brett Tomko's last start until Jose Rosado comes back in just a few days, unless the GM decides to keep Tomko up. I don't think he's ready. He hasn't been that great yet, so if I was in charge, I would send him down, but who knows what's going to happen. Alright, Jeff Martin, let's see here. Alright, so lack of control, okay stuff, lots of stamina, so not a great starter. Unremarkable probably describes him the best. Alright. All right. We had a win. I don't need to sit anybody. I don't think I'm gonna sit anybody for this game. We'll look into maybe getting a sub in for game number 3. All right, so the Giants are gonna go with Marvin Bernard leading off, playing right field. Royce Clayton is playing second base. He's batting second. Johnny Damon in left field is batting third. Kevin Miller, the first baseman, is batting fourth. Adam Eisdu, the center fielder, is batting fifth. Brian Banks, the catcher, batting sixth. Tim Nearing, still playing hurt, is the shortstop and batting seventh. And Chris Klepinski, the third baseman, batting eighth. So Matt Williams gets a day off, so that's not necessarily a bad thing for us. All right. Play ball! Go Expos! Everything! All the things. All right, Brett Tomko on the mound. Marvin Bernard is the batter. 2-2 to him. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown at first for out number 1. Royce Clayton is next. 1-2. Oh, that's going to be a base hit. It's going to fall in front of Rivera for a base hit. So the Giants have a runner on first. There's one out. Johnny Damon is the batter, 0-2. Oh, that's it really well, all the way to the fence. That's going to be extra bases and probably is going to score a run. Oh yeah, that's a triple. Johnny Damon, it's a triple. It's 1-0 for the Giants, but do not despair, folks, as we saw in game number 1, where the Giants took a 2-0 lead into the first. We came back and won that game, so it's not over yet. It's just the start. Kevin Miller, the batter now, runner on third with one out, 2-2. That's it to left. Luis Polonia's after it. Catches it for out number 2. The runner goes, and he's safe. That's 2-0 for the Giants. Adam Eisdu now with 2 outs. Bases are empty, 1-1. Oof. That's it to center field, and that's a home run. That's 3-0 for the Giants at this rate. Brett Tomko's not going to go very far in this game. Not a great start. He probably should go down when Rosado's ready. Tomko's not quite ready yet. Brian Banks is next. 3-1 to him. That's it. Weakly to left. Polonia's there. Catches it for out number 3. All right, so we have a 3-run deficit to make up for. At least this year we have the offense to be able to do that. We don't only rely on Ivan Calderon. That was pretty much my offense right there. Well, Grissom a little bit. All right, Delino the Shields leading off here in the bottom of the first, facing Jeff Martin. 1-0. That's it weakly to right, and that's cut by Clayton for out number 1. That brings up Luis Polonia. No count to him. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. John Kruk now, 0-2. Oh, struck out looking. Well, we went down in order. That's not how we're gonna be tying the game here. So we're still down 3-0, top of the second. Tim Nearing is the batter, 0-1. And that's it to left for a base hit. Right, runner on first, nobody out. Chris Klepinski is the... Did that guy even play in the majors? Actually, he did. Played for the Marlins a little bit. All right, runner on first, nobody out. 1-2 to him. Struck out swinging. All right, that's a little bit more like it. Jeff Martin now. He's probably going to be bunting, and he is. All right, sacrifice. It is good. So the runner gets to second base. There's 2 outs now. And Marvin Bernard is the batter, 2-1 to him. That's an infield single. Alright, so King eats it. So runners on first and third, 2 outs. Royce Clayton is next, 1-0. Grounds it to the pitcher, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. Another laborious inning for Brett Tomko. However, no runs scored this time. It is still 3-0 for the Giants. Ken Turbeck leading off the bottom of the second. 1-1 to him. That's it to left. Oh, that's caught with a diving catch by Johnny Damon. 1 out. Reuben Rivera next. No count to him. That's it weakly to center. And that's caught by Ice Dew for out number 2. Now Charles Johnson is next. 3-1 to him. And he walks. Alright, finally we do something. So with a runner on first and 2 outs, Jeff King is the batter. 0-2. Grounds it to first, and that's the end of the inning. Alright, so we're not doing much of anything so far in this game. Top of the third, down 3-0. Johnny Damon leads off this inning. No count to him. That's another well-hit ball by Johnny Damon. Is that another triple? Dear God, that's 2 triples for Johnny Damon in this game so far. Alright. So runner on third and nobody out. Kevin Miller is next. 2-2 to him. Pops it to first. Canterbeck is there. That's out number 1. Damon stays at third base. Another one like that in a strikeout, and we're out of that without allowing a run. Right, Ice do now. 1-1. Oh, that's a base hit, and that's going to be extra bases all the way to the fence. Alright, so that's a double for Ice Do. That scores a run. It's now 4-0 for the Giants. Brian Banks is next with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. 1-0 to him. Grounds it to short. The throw to first. That's out number 2. The runner makes it to third base on the play. And now Tim Nearing is the batter with 2 outs. 1-1. Grounds it to the pitcher. That's an error. It's 5-0. Alright, Chris Klepinski now with 2 outs, runner in scoring position, no count. We're just gonna walk him so that we can face the pitcher, Jeff Martin. 1-2. Struck out swinging. Alright, we got out of this, but we allowed 2 runs. It is now 5-0 for the Giants. This game is not looking too good so far. Alright, Walt Weiss leading off the third for us, 2-2. That's a liner to second, and he's out. I'm gonna keep Brett Tomko in the game because I am not, well, what I mean is I'm not using a pinch hitter, it's too early, but I'm going to sub him to start the 4th. 0-2 to Tomko, strikes out swinging. Then the line with the Shields is the next batter with 2 outs, full count. And he walks. Alright, so a 2-out walk for the Expos. Luis Polonia is next, no count. The Shields goes, and that's a stolen base, no throw on the play. That's his 18th stolen base this season, so a base hit might score him. That would be beautiful. 2-2. And that's a base hit, I think. Yep, falls right in front of... I think it's Bernard. Yeah, it's Bernard in right field. It's 5-1 thanks to a single by Luis Polonia. John Kruk is next. 2-1. That's it to right, and that's also a base hit. Right, so on the play, Polonia makes it to third base. So we have runners on first and third and 2 outs now. And now Ken Turbeck is the batter. Full count, and he struck out swinging. Alright, so we get on the board. It is now 5-1. I am going to be... Oh, God. Yeah, I think I still want to... I'm gonna go with Walt Terrell. He can eat some innings for me. Marvin Bernard, first one to face him. Top of the fourth. We're down 5-1 now. 2-2 to him. Grounds it to second. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Royce Clayton is next. 0-1. That's a base hit to right. Runner on first, 1 out. Johnny Damon is next. He already has 2 triples in this game. 0-1 to him. That's it to first. Urbeck touches the base for out number 1, but the runner is safe at second, so there's no double play. There's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Kevin Miller is next. 0-2. Grounds it to first. Urbeck to Terrell, and that's out number 3. All right. Reuben Rivera leading off the bottom of the fourth. We're down 4 runs here in Montreal. I already said that it was him batting 3-0. And he walks. All right, leadoff walk on 4 pitches for Rivera. Charles Johnson is next. No count. Rivera goes. And he's safe. That is stolen base number 8 for Rivera. 1-1 to Johnson. That's a base hit to right. And Rivera is safe at home. It's now 5-2 for the Giants. We're slowly coming back into that one. Jeff King is next with a runner in scoring position because Johnson made it to second base on the play. Full count. And Jeff King walks. We're starting to make things interesting here. Walt Weiss is next. 2 on, nobody out. Full count. And he walks. Oh, dear God, I wanted for Walt Terrell to pitch several innings, but I think that we have to bring in a pinch hitter here. Unless we go for the squeeze. I don't think so. All right. Let's do Barbary again. Right, Barbary, the next batter, as a pinch hitter, bases loaded, nobody out. This is our opportunity to come back into this game. Oh, 3-0. Come on, man. And he walks on 4 pitches. Jeff Martin loses the mound or the plate or whatever. Loses his sanity. So he walks in a run. It is now 5-3 for the Giants with Delino DeShields, the next batter. 1-0. That's a base hit to right for Delino DeShields. Oh, yeah. Scores 2 runs. We have a tie game, folks. It is 5-5 thanks to Delino DeShields. And there's still nobody out. They've had enough. They're bringing in Rod Beck as a relief pitcher here. Ooh, looks like Rod Beck is not exactly developing into... Yeah, he's only a 2-star reliever. Now, Rod Beck was the closer for the Giants for a little bit. All right, Luis Polonia, 2 on, nobody out. 1-1. Grounds it to short. And that's a double play. That's not good. I want to take the lead. Barbary gets to third base on the play. There's 2 outs now, however, so we need a base hit from John Kruk. 2-2 to him. And that's it to right. But that's got by Bernard for out number 3. However, we did tie the game thanks to a 4-run inning. It is now 5-5 going into the top of the 5th. All right, so who do I bring now? Ota can give me a couple innings, so does Cerruti. I'll go with Ota. He hasn't pitched in a little bit, it feels like. How long has it been? Yeah, 5 days. You're up. Alright, Adam Hayes do first one to face Ota here. Top of the 5th, 2-1. 5-5 game. Alright, that's it to left. Polonia after it. Catches it for out number 1. Brian Banks is next. 1 and 2. Flies it to left as well. Polonia's there. Catches it for out number 2. Tim Nearing now. No count. That's a base hit to center. Alright, so the injured man is getting its. Chris Klepinski now with a runner on first and 2 outs. 2 and 1. That's it to center. And that's cut by Rivera for out number 3. Alright, so no harm, no foul. It is still a 5-5 game. Rotbeck still on the mound for the Giants. Kent Herbeck is the next batter for us. Full count. That's it to center. Ice do after it. And he catches it for out number 1. Reuben Rivera next. 1 and 1. Oh, that's it weekly. Nearing is there, and that's out number 2. Alright, 2 outs for Charles Johnson. 0 and 1 to him. And that's it weekly to center. Ice do is there. That's out number 3. The Expos go down in order in inning number 5. We're going into the top of the 6th with a deadlock at 5. Darren Lewis leading off for the Giants. 3 and 1 to him. And he walks. Right, leadoff walk for the Giants. That usually comes back to bite you in the rear. Marvin Bernard is next. Full count. Grounds it to second. And that's a double play. The walk will not bite us in the you-know-where. There's 2 outs now for Royce Clayton. 3 and 1. And he walks. Alright, so Ota with a few walks and whatnot in this inning. Johnny Damon now. 2 outs. Runner on first. 2 and 1. That's it to left, and that's a base hit. At least it's not a triple this time. That's a 2 on, 2 outs. Kevin Miller is next. 1 and 1. Oh, he's hit by the pitch. So after 2 outs, we load up the bases. That's not good. Adam Icedew is next. 2 outs, loaded bases. No count. I think that's out of here. It is. That's not good. It's 9-5. Ota gave up a grand slam after loading. We had 2 outs. He had 1 job. It was to get the 3rd out. Alright, well, he can get the last out. Brian Banks is now the batter with 2 outs, 0 and 2. And he struck out looking. Alright, the damage is done, so the Giants take back a 4-run lead. It is now 9-5 for the Giants. Paul Gibson is now on the mound for the Giants. Jeff King is the batter. No count. It's it to right. And it's caught by Bernard for out number 1. Walt Weiss is next, 0 and 1. It's it to right. That's cut by Bernard as well. That's out number 2. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that one I agree with you. For sure. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and bring in... Let's do Jody Reed. He's been good as a pinch hitter. He's been clutch a few times for us. Jody Reed now. Full count. And he walks. Alright. Delino the Shields with 2 outs. Runner on first. Full count. And he walks. Alright. Are we going to get a grand slam of our own? Yeah, I do need runs. Alright, Luis Polonia is next. 0 and 1. That's a base hit to left. And... Alright, so it's 9-6 all of a sudden. The Expos just refuse to die. Alright, so 2 on, 2 outs. John Kruk is the next batter. 1-0. That's it to left. Oh. And it's cut for out number 3. We did score a run. It's now 9-6. Alright, so... Alright, I guess we're gonna go with John Duris. Alright, Tim Nearing facing John Duris. Top of the 7th, we're down 3. 1-2. Oh, he struck out looking. Yeah. Yeah, he needs to show some redemption. What was his line last time he played? It was terrible. Yeah, in 1 inning, he gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, didn't strike out anybody. It wasn't pretty. Chris Klepinski with 1 out, nobody on, 2-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Wow, John Duris here. Jeff Jackson comes in as a pinch hitter with 2 outs, 3-0. And he walks on 4 pitches. Alright, Bernard is now the batter. 2 outs, runner on first. Full count, struck out swinging. Wow. So he struck out the side. Ken Turbeck. Let's see. Gil Heredia is now on the mound for the Giants. Gil Heredia also pitched for the Expos in real life. Bottom of the 7th, we're 3 runs short in that one. 1-1. Grounds it to the pitcher, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Reuben Rivera is next with 1 out, 2-2. Oh, that's a base hit to right. Alright, Charles Johnson is next. Let's see here. Alright, runner on first, 1 out. No count to him. Oh, the runner... Oh. No! He was cut down, stealing 1-2. That's a base hit for Johnson. Alright, so runner on first, 2 outs. Jeff King is the batter. 1-1. And he grounds it to second, and it's out number 3. Not good enough. Alright, Royce Clayton leads off the top of the 8th. I don't know if Duris can finish this inning. Two to him. Grounds it to third. Thrown out at first for out number 1. Johnny Damon is next, 2-2. Oh, struck out looking. Really good outing for Duris. Kevin Miller. Oh, that's probably his last batter regardless, huh? 1-1 to Kevin Miller. That's it. Too short, and it's cut by Reed for out number 3. 2 great innings by Duris. We're still down 3 though. Yep, we're gonna need to find him his own song here. I think I'm gonna bring in Curtis Pride as a pinch hitter. That's gonna be his first at bat of the season. Come on, Curtis. 1 and 2. Grounds it to say, oh, that's an error. All right. So Curtis Pride is safe on an error by the throws off target, so it was on Royce Clayton. Now Jody Reed is the batter, runner on first, nobody out, 2 and 1. Grounds it to short, and that's a double play. No! Delino the Shields with 2 outs, 1 and 2. That's a base hit to center. Alright, so the Expos still refuse to die. I did not. I think I'm gonna leave him as is for now. He doesn't have really any strength. Yeah, he's a good base runner, but he's not very good defensively. Like, what I would have to fix would be on the defensive side, and I don't think we need to mess with that. 2 outs, runner on first. Luis Polonia is the next batter. No count. Oh, that's a base it down the line and left. Now, if you have suggestions, I am all for it. But I think that leaving him as is for now is probably okay. Alright, so it's 9-7 thanks to a double by Luis Polonia. There's 2 outs, runner on second base. John Kruk is the batter, 2 and 2. That's it, weakly to short, and that's the end of the inning. The Expos get one more run. It is now 9-7 for the Giants. Oh, are we gonna come back in that one? I don't know. Alright, we pretty much only have lefties left. I'm gonna go with Cerruti. Bales has so little stamina. I try to save him. Like, he's gonna be tired after this. Right, Ice Dude leading off the top of the ninth. We're down 2 and 2 to him. Grounds it to third, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Brian Banks is next. 2 and 2 to him. Struck out swinging. Tim Nearing is next. 2 and 2 to him. Struck out swinging. Good inning for Cerruti. Alright, let's go ahead and win that in spectacular fashion. Dave Fitzpatrick comes in. Looks like he's the closer for the Giants this season. Let's take a look at his... Oh, okay. He's got a lot of stuff, huh? Alright, that won't be easy. Ken Turbeck is the first one to face him. 1 and 2. Struck out swinging. Ouch. Reuben Rivera is next. 3 and 0. And he walks on 4 pitches. Alright, don't go and get caught stealing again. Charles Johnson, 1 out. Runner on first. 2 and 2. That's it to center, but that's going to be cut there by Aizdu for out number 2. So our last out is Jeff King, who's 0 for 3. Yeah, I really don't have a whole lot left on the bench. Huh? Let's bring Russ Mcginnis as a pinch hitter. 2 outs, runner on first, full count, and he struck out swinging. Alright, well, we can't win them all, I guess. So we dropped that one 9-7. So Ota eats up the loss because he allowed that grand slam. Gary Taylor belts a bunch of base hits. He had 5 hits. So Gary Taylor, playing for Colorado, had a 5-hit game. That's pretty good. Oh, Plunk. So Eric Plunk in Colorado. He has a torn labrum. He's going to miss 4 months. So Eric Plunk, 3-star reliever, out for almost the balance of the season. All right. Oh, before we get there, let's take a look here. Let's save. All right, we're gonna play game number 3. So, what sub are you feeling like putting in? So for game 3, John Roper is going to be on the mound for the Giants. Looks like he's allowing a lot of runs. And we're going to go with Miguel Batista for that one. I'm going to change. Let's see, John Roper is a righty. So we're going to have Barbary start at third for Jeff King since King is tired. Is that good? Do you want to try to change anybody else? Alright, so the Giants are going to go with Darren Lewis playing left field, batting first. Royce Clayton, still the second baseman, batting second. Matt Williams, batting third, is the third baseman. Kevin Miller, batting cleanup, is the first baseman. Marvin Bernard, batting fifth, is going to be in right field. Brian Banks, the catcher, batting sixth. Adam Eisdu, the center fielder, batting seventh. And Tim Nearing, the shortstop, is going to be batting eighth. And he is not injured anymore. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go with that. So go Expos! Mcginnis played the first game of the series at... that's what happened. Yeah, Mcginnis played the first game of the series at catcher. So I think we're good. So we're gonna play with Barbary at third for this game. Darren Lewis leading off the first here for the Giants. We have Miguel Batista on the mound. 0-1 to him. Grounds it to the catcher. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Royce Clayton is next. No count to him. That's a base hit. Alright, so Barbary eats it. And it's an infield single for Clayton. Matt Williams is next with 1 out. 2-1 to him. That's a base hit to right. And on the play, Clayton makes it to third base. So there's a runner on first and third and 1 out. Kevin Miller is next. A double play would be pretty fantastic right now. 0-2. Strikeout swinging. I'll take a strikeout as well. And Marvin Bernard now with 2 outs. 0-2 to him. And he struck out looking. Alright, so 2 strikeouts work pretty much as good as a double play. Alright, bottom of the first. John Roper on the mound for the Giants. The line with the Shields leading off 1-1. Oh, that's the Shields. Oh, I thought it was a home run. It was not. That's a triple. All right, so he missed it by a hair, really. Alright, so the Shields with a triple to lead off the inning. So we have a runner on third, and of course nobody out. Luis Polonia is the next batter. No count to him. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out at first. But of course, the Shields scores on the plate is 1-0 for the Expos. John Kruk is next. 0-1. That's it to left. And that's cut there by Lewis for out number 2. That brings up Kent Herbeck. 1-0. That's it to center. Izu's there. That's out number 3. Alright, the Expos do get a run. And it is 1-0 for the Expos here at Olympic Stadium. Top of the second, Brian Banks here, the batter. 2-2. Struck out swinging. Adam Izu is next. 1-2. Struck out swinging. Wow, Miguel Batista usually doesn't get that many strikeouts. That's pretty good. Tim Nearing is next with 2 outs, full count. That's it to left. Polonia's there. Catches it for out number 3. All right. We are going into the bottom of the second, still up 1-0 with Reuben Rivera leading off here. 2-1. Grounds it to second. He's thrown out at first for out number 1. Charles Johnson is next. 0-2 to him. Struck out swinging. That's out number 2. Brett Barbary is next with 2 outs. 1-0. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. The Expos also go down in order in inning number 2. Top of the third incoming. We are up 1-0 with John Roper leading off the third for the Giants. 1-2. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Darren Lewis is next. Full count. Ooh, I think that's out of here. And it is. Alright, so that's a tie game thanks to a solo blast by Darren Lewis. It is 1-1 here in the top of the third. 1 out for Royce Clayton. 1-0. Grounds it to second. He's thrown out at first for out number 2. Matt Williams is next. No count. Grounds it to second. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. Alright, the Giants get a solo home run by Darren Lewis and they tie the game. Bottom of the third, Walt Weiss leading off for us. 0-1. Oh my. Walt Weiss with his 3rd home run of the season. That ought to be a personal best for him. And the Expos are back on top, 2-1, thanks to an unlikely home run by Walt Weiss. That's his 3rd. Wow. We are back on top just like that. Miguel Batista now. 1-0. That's it weekly to the catcher. He's thrown out at first for out number 1. Delino the Shields is next. 2-2 to him. Oh, that's it really well in the corner and right. That's extra bases. Actually, Delino the Shields gets his 2nd triple of the game. So yesterday, Johnny Damon got a 2 triple game, and now Delino the Shields gets 2 triples of his own today. Luis Polonia now with a runner on third and 1 out. 1-0. Oh, he failed to hit the ball deep somewhere, so the runner is stuck at third base. We have 2 outs now. John Kruk needs a base hit to score the run. 0-2. That's it weekly to the shortstop, and that's out number 3. Wow. Alright, we do take a 1-run lead. It is 2-1 heading into the top of the 4th with Kevin Miller, the next batter. 0-1. Grounds it to second. He's thrown out at first for out number 1. Marvin Bernard is next, 1-1. That's a liner to short, and it's cut by Weiss for out number 2. Walt Weiss is pretty much a black hole on offense, but he is pretty good defensively, so I don't mind having him in the lineup for that. Brian Banks is next with 2 outs, 0-1. Grounds it to short, and a throw to first, and that's out number 3. Bottom of the 4th, we're still up 2-1. Ken Turbeck here leading off, 1-2. That's it down the line and right, and that's gonna be extra bases maybe. Oh, yep, that's a double for Ken Turbeck. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Reuben Rivera is next. No count. Grounds it to third. He's thrown out at first for out number 1. Charles Johnson is next. 2-2. That's it to center. Oh yeah, that's all the way to the fence. That's gonna score a run. That's a double for Charles Johnson. 3-1 for the Expos. Brett Barbery is next. Full count. And he walks. Alright, 2 on, 1 out. For Walt Weiss, who already has a home run today. No count to him. That's a base hit to left. Alright, so the bases are now loaded. Yeah, that's what you told me. Alright, so bases are loaded. There's 1 out. Now Miguel Batista's the batter, so if you have a unicorn to sacrifice, go for it. 2-2. That's it weakly to left. At least it shouldn't be a double play. And it's not. It's just a regular out. Alright, so now Delino the Shields is the batter. He's 2 for 2 today. Full bases, 2 outs, full count. Grounds it to third. And he's out at first. Dang, we could have added some more runs here. Alright, it is 3-1 for the Expos. Going into the top of the 5th, Adam Eisdu is the batter now. 1-2. Grounds it to short. Weiss with the throw, that's out number 1. Tim Nearing is the next batter. So what do you think, Jerome? Now, do you think we're going to see baseball in 2022? And that's out number 2, by the way. Now John Roper is next with 2 outs. 2-1 to him. Oh god, the pitcher here, it's it all the way to the fence. That's going to be extra bases for John Roper. And he has himself a double. All right. Yeah, that's kind of what I think as well. All right. 2 outs, runner in scoring position. 2-2. Grounds it to third. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. Alright, John Roper still on the mound for the Giants. Luis Polonia is the batter. Bottom of the 5th, we're still up 3-1. That's it to center. And that's cut by Eisdu for out number 1. John Kruk is next. 0-1. And that's it to right for a base hit. I don't know, now that now that I'm streaming out of the park baseball, I might get back to watching a little bit more baseball. With COVID and everything, I kind of stopped for whatever reason, or watched really not a whole lot. Runner on first, 1 out. Ken Turbeck is next. 1-1. Grounds it to second, and that's a double play, so that's the end of the inning. Oh, we played in Calgary last night, and we played a really good game. We won 4-1. That was a really good game to watch. Actually, my job is pretty cool. Since the game was in Calgary, the game was kind of late, so I asked them if it was okay to work from home today, even though it's not my usual day to do that. And they were like, yeah. And I even said, yeah, I'm gonna be watching hockey, and I'm gonna go to bed late and everything. And my boss was like, oh yeah, no problem. So, yeah. Other than that, they've been playing better lately, but at the start of the season, they played so poorly that they have a huge hole to dig themselves out of. They also have been stopped due to COVID. Like, yesterday was only their second game in 26 days because of COVID. So, yeah. Right, Royce Clayton leading off the 6th for the Giants, 1-2. And that's a base hit to right. Runner on first, nobody out. Matt Williams is next, 2-1. And that's another base hit for the Giants, so that's not good. They are starting the 6th with 2 runners on base. So runners on first and third, nobody out. Kevin Miller is the next batter. Full count. It's it to right. John Kruk is there. Catches it for out number 1, and nobody advances, so that's good. We're a double play away from getting out of that. Marvin Bernard is next. 2-2. Oh. Oh, we almost... we made a snap through the first. We almost got the runner, according to the text at least. Alright, so full count now for Bernard. And he walks. Ouch. Brian Banks is next. So bases are loaded. There's 1 out. We're still a double play away from getting out of this. Full count. Struck out swinging. Yes. Alright, so bases are still loaded, but there's 2 outs now. They absolutely need a base hit from Adam Isedue. Now we know what he did last game with bases loaded. 1-2. Not this time struck out looking. So the Giants load up the bases in inning number 6, but they fail to score. Those are terrible things to happen, especially when the game is within striking distance like that. Alright, Reuben Rivera leading off the bottom of the 6th for us. Full count. And he walks. Alright. Charles Johnson now with a runner on first, nobody out. No count. That's a base hit to center. Alright. I think Johnson heard you say that you wanted for him to sit this game, and he's like, I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna show him to want to bench me. Alright, Brett Barbery now with runners on first and third, nobody out. Full count. And he walks. Alright, so we just loaded the bases with nobody out. Walt Weiss is the batter. 3-0. And he walks in a run. Oh. Sorry, that came in late. We did get a good result. So do I keep Batista in the lineup? Pinch it for Batista. Oh, he's at 104. Oh, you're right. I thought he was lower than that. All right. So, who do you want? Do you still want Reed? Not? Let's go with not. Come on, Johnny boy. give us some runs here. 1-1. That's it to right. That's a base hit. Good call. Good call. Right, it scored only 1 run, but still. It is 5-1 now. Bases are still loaded and nobody out. And Delino the Shields is now the batter. He's 2 for 3 today. 3-0. Oh, Storm Davis is now on the mound for the Giants. And he walks on 4 pitches. Walks in another run. It is now 6-1 for the Expos. We have the opportunity to completely break this game open. Luis Polonia is next. No count. That's it to center. That's a base hit. 1 run scores. It is now 7-1 for the Expos. Bottom of the 6th. Bases loaded. Nobody out. John Kruk is next. 2-0. Grounds it to short. That's a double play. A run scores. It is now 8-1. But we now have 2 outs. There's a runner on third. Kenterbeck is next. 1-2. That's it weakly to center. And that's cut by Icedew for out number 3. The Expos put a crooked number on the board. It is now 8-1. Should we try to go for the 3-inning save with Terrell, or are we gonna get a couple innings like out of Cerruti or something? Alright, let's go with Cerruti. He pitched pretty well yesterday. Let's see if he can do pretty good again. Alright, Tim Nearing leading off the top of the 7th for the Giants. The Giants are down 7 runs. It is 8-1 for the Expos. 2-2 the count. That's a base hit to center. Alright, so Nearing with a base hit. Runner on first, nobody out for Chris Klepinski. Comes in as a pinch hitter. 1-2. And that's out of here. It is now 8-3. 2-run blast for Chris Klepinski. And the Giants are saying, we're not going away that easily, man. Right, Darren Lewis is next. Nobody out. 0-1. That's it to right. John Kruk after it. Catches it for out number 1. Royce Clayton is next. 2-2 to him. That's it to left. Polonia's there. Catches it for out number 2. Matt Williams is next. 1-2. Grounds it to the pitcher. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. The Giants get 2 runs back, but they're still down 5. It is 8-3 for the Expos. Bottom of the 7th, John Downs is now the pitcher for the Giants. Reuben Rivera is the batter for us. 1-2. Struck out swinging. Charles Johnson is next. No count. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Brett Barbary now. 1-0. That's it to center. That should be cut by Icedew, and it is for out number 3. Alright, the Expos go down in order in inning number 7. Top of the 8th, Kevin Millar is the batter for the Giants. 1-0 to him. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Marvin Bernard is next. Full count. Grounds it to first. Urbeck takes it to first himself. That's out number 2. Brian Banks with 2 outs. 1-1. That's it weakly to center, and it falls in for a base hit. So a 2-out base hit for the Giants. And now Adam Icedew is the batter. 1-1. Grounds it to third. That's going to be... He's out. I thought it was going to be a base hit, but he's out. I'll take the out. 8-3 still for the Expos. Bottom of the 8. John down, still on the mound for the Giants. Walt Weiss. Let's bring Jody Reed. I failed to bring him for you earlier, so here he is. One and 0. Alright, that's it to left, and that's cut there by Lewis for out number 1. Now I'm gonna bring in Curtis Pride. Oops. One and 2 to Pride. That's it weakly to right. And that's cut by Bernard for out number 2. The line of the Shields is next. 0 and 1. That's it to right for a base hit. Falls in front of Bernard. So a 2-out base hit for the Expos. Now Luis Polonia is the batter. 1 and 1. Grounds it too short. They go the short route to second base, and that's the third out. We are going into the top of the 9th. It's still 8-3 for the Expos. Let's see. I think I'm going to go with Allen because they have mostly righties coming. Oops, that's true. I forgot. Alright, Tim Nearing leading off the top of the 9th. Steve Allen on the mound. Full count. Struck out swinging. Johnny Damon comes in as a pinch hitter. 1 and 0. Hits it to left. Polonia's there. That's out number 2. We are 1 out away. Darren Lewis, the next batter, 0-2. And he struck out looking. All right, we took 2 out of 3 from the Giants. That's pretty good. Nice 8-3 victory. And we're going to go ahead and advance that. Oh, there's a lot going on. All right, player development update. Oh, Gabe White is getting worse. Jose Rosado is getting better despite being hurt. Oh, that's good. Carlos Perez got 4 control points. That's pretty good. All right. Okay, Batista's getting better as well. That's also good. Alright, that's pretty much the most of it. So, yeah, I like the 4 points of control for Carlos Perez. I'm liking that. Rehab road tough for Blue Jays Derek Bell. Oh, he got a setback in his torn hamstring. He's gonna be out of action for another 3 months. Yikes. So yeah, Derek Bell out for quite a bit longer. Oh, Jesse Barfield might get traded. There's rumors about him moving in Colorado. Jason Giambi is the player of the month in the American League, playing for the Brewers. Jeremy Burnitz wins it in the National League, playing for the Mets. Jimmy Despit was the pitcher of the month in the American League, playing for Detroit. Bob Ojeda, playing for the Cubs, got the same award in the National League. Rookie of the Month in the American League was Jimmy Despit. And Hideo Nomo, we won something! Woohoo! Hideo Nomo was the Rookie of the Month in May for the Expos. Yeah, he was 4-0 in May with a 2.4 ERA, and he struck out 47 batters in 45 innings. Pretty good, if I do say so myself. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and check. Okay, nothing going on here, and we have no game today, so we are going to go ahead and sim today as well. Ooh, that's not good. So Aaron Seal with the Marlins, his season is over. With a torn rotator cuff, yeah, he's probably gone for a year or more. 15 months, man. So he's missing all of this, the rest of this season, and most of next season as well. That's crazy. The poor Marlins can't catch a break. They're already like not doing all that great. Oh, the Phillies are dropping. Look at that. They were first for a long time. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Yeah, the Mets are like right behind us. They have not been losing much lately. So we're still second. We're 3 games behind the Braves. The next series is going to be against the Padres. We're going to try to enact revenge because last time we played against them, we dropped 2 out of 3. So hopefully we can kind of come back and win some games against them. So as usual, that's going to be it for me. I played my series. I'm going to go ahead and look at getting ready for dinner soon and everything. But as usual, I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining in, Jero Nollet, as usual. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you folks next time. You all have a good one. Thank you.